Hello and welcome to the post match at the pitch side and talking about this game. It's a total turnaround for South Africa. They used this series as the dress rehearsal for the T20 World Cup 2024 and they have proved and ticked all the checkbox before going to the big marquee event of the years. And South Africa has won this match. Just to confirm you all that they've won this match by 8 wickets and they've won this series 2-1. Talking about the happy captain there, Laura Woolworth was very satisfied with the performances because looking at the summary right now and looking how this match went on, Pakistan started off playing and it was hard luck for Muniba not to carry forward and just got run out. And they managed to score 153 runs in reply. South Africa, the performance of Bosch challenging the weather and performing and chipping in like that. Moving on further, the way Derrickson played, and she was playing all around the ground. They won this match by 8 wickets. So along with me, I have Kainat Imtiaz. Kainat, talking about the performance of South Africa, they have totally ticked all the boxes. Laura was satisfied. They've given chance to almost all of their players, and those players have responded well.
Absolutely. Well, this is what opportunities are, and they're taking full advantage of all kind of opportunities. So the new players have all performed well and are all set for the World Cup ahead. And I would say that the benchers as well as Marazine Cap and Kaka were not playing. This team is turning out to be a great side, even when the senior players are benched.
Exactly. There was a total mix of senior players and young players in this side. Talking about Emery Dirksen, the way she played, her 44 runs in 23 balls. It set the tone and the partnership that she had with Laura. Before that, Bosch and Laura had that partnership, but Dirksen just carried forward that, and she was there to cross the line for South Africa.
Dirksen, the way she played all over the ground, and especially the way she carried forwarded the intent that Laura and Bosch created was remarkable. And this is what the next players need to do, that to continue with the intent, with the same approach. She did not back down as she was just facing new bowlers, but she continued with the approach, and the way she continued, and the sixes and the fours she has hit was remarkable.
And the way Bosch started the inning and she played off, yes, partnership with Laura that she did, that was the tone setting point where South Africa just set that point to chase this target out. And look at South Africa, who could not manage to win the last match and could not chase it down, and now they just took it as a challenge to chase every total that will come their way.
Well, they assessed the pitch exceptionally well. The way they've adopted the pitch and adjusted to the pace of the bowler, even though Pakistani bowler was slow and low at times as well. But the way they have adjusted to was amazing. And South Africa actually have showed some character with the top batters. And Laura, being the solid player that she is, continued the way she has been.
Definitely, Laura has been the pillar for her team, the captain innings that we always say, leading from the front. But the biggest positive for South Africa here would be that they played without their two main players here. Their last two games were without Marazine Cup and Kaka, and even then they managed to win this series.
This is what making players is. And before going to the World Cup, they wanted to try each and every player and give game time to every player. And this is what team is all about, making all the combinations. And of course, going to the World Cup, they will be back in the team. But again, they all have had a good share of their time on the field, and this will be easier for them to go forward to the World Cup.
And especially looking at the group that South Africa is in the World Cup, it's pretty easy group in comparison to where Pakistan would be playing, and Pakistan would be facing Australia, India, New Zealand and Sri Lanka. In contrary, there's England that would be the biggest challenge for South Africa. Other than that, there's West Indies, but South Africa could manage and handle West Indies as well. So it would be a good series win for them and good preparation.
It's such a morale boost to definitely win this series and go to the World Cup now. And Pakistan is a very good side, of course. beating them in series with 2-1 is definitely a morale boost, and this will definitely help them go forward, even though their pool is not relatively is not that hard. But again, it's T20, and you cannot be expecting any team to come low and slow on you. So definitely every team is gonna go full on with the other one. So yes, Pakistan has actually in a very hard pool, but again, it's T20, and the way team is Pakistan team right now gelled, and the way they're performing when it comes to betting, and this was one thing that was lacking, the betting side, and
Yes.
they have been clicking the betting side from the very first game. So this will definitely help them. Every single player is performing. Fatima is in form, Nida is in form. If we talk about ballers, Sadia, Nashra, Diana is back in the squad as
these
well.
are the positives that you're talking about Pakistan. And yes, there was this really big positive, the intent, the kind of batting that Pakistan showed. But talking about the weaknesses that they need to tweak before going to the T20 World Cup, what weaknesses would you pinpoint?
I would say a little, they can get better when it comes to line and length and variations, because they are going to get similar conditions just like they have had in Multan. So definitely work a little more on their bowling lines, and especially fielding side, because catches win matches. You have to create opportunities, you have to dive, you have to save those singles and doubles, which is so important, and that we have lacked in today's game as well, because Pakistan has also dropped a couple of catches and misfieldings as well. So that needs to be on point, because the other team is definitely not going to leave them and take advantage of every opportunity they get. So we need to get hold of every single catch that comes around.
Exactly. Converting the half a chances into full chances and taking those full chances, because we saw today when Muniba was behind the wicket, she missed the stumping of Bosch, and what Bosch did, the damage that she did to Pakistan. Then Alia dropped the catch of Derrickson, and then look at what Derrickson did, and they just reached to the target really quickly before even finishing their overs. But the positive, the biggest positive that we were talking about, the batting intent, the way Muniba started off, the way Muniba is playing. And then on the contrary, there's Muniba, and in the bowling, you'd say Sadia is becoming the power play specialist over the period of time.
Absolutely. Well, Sadia has been performing exceptionally well, not in the series only, but in few series back as well, and this is the focus that we need before going to the World Cup. Even though Pakistan has lost this series, but the series have had a lot of positives, and Sadia is one of them. That confident that she has 6 wickets in her bag before going to the World Cup, before the warm-up games as well. So this will help her. Even Nashra, and I would say that Nida Dar is in form as well. She started nipping the ball, she started giving air to the ball. This will all help them go forward.
So in the T20 World Cup, Pakistan would be playing one of their game versus Sri Lanka in Sharjah, and then all 3 games in Dubai. And Dubai is a very, very huge stadium. The power hitting game should be more improved, or you're satisfied with that?
Well, as far as these last two games are concerned, I'm completely satisfied with the way the team has come along and the way they are hitting. The approach has changed. Maybe it's because of the new captain. The approach has changed, and the way Fatma is performing as well. She is taking the team with her, and she's inspiring everybody to hit, and she's showing that this can be done. So I think so far they are on point and spot on with what they have to do.
Do you think one thing that they need to work on is that in the later of the innings, in the last overs, in the last 5 overs, they've been leaking a lot of runs. We have seen in this series that South Africa has managed to score 70 in the last few overs. They've managed to score 40 in the 15th, 16th, 17th over in this match today. Do you think that is one point of concern for them?
Yes, absolutely. I was going to talk about this because this is so important to, get. If you have the grip on the game, don't let it go. This is what Pakistan is doing in last 4 to 5 overs. They're just letting it go. Maybe because 1 or 2 bowlers are not exactly bowling on the right angles and right line and lengths during those overs. But maybe what they can do right now is just focus on bowling stump to stump and the variations, because on these kind of pitches, you will need different kind of variations, and they're definitely going to get similar pitches and conditions, low, slow, slow, and at times it can nip, but again, mostly it's going to be low and slow in Sharjah and Dubai, especially in Dubai, because same humidity and everything. So I think Pakistan has a chance, and they should really focus on bowling on to stumps more.
Should we expect some surprises in the World T20?
Absolutely. It's T20, it's unexpected game, and with the Pakistan side that we are seeing at the moment, we can definitely expect some upsets, some big upsets.
Big upsets. Looking forward for those big upsets. Thank you, Kainat. Thanks a lot. And what a brilliant performance by both these sides. It was a well-matched series. South Africa starting off, winning the first T20 international. Pakistan realizing their mistakes, altering them, and coming back in the second T20I and winning it and making the highest total of the T20 international in Pakistan women cricket. Then South Africa assessing what they did wrong, and they came in the third T20I, and they just could not chase in the second T20I, so they managed to chase this time around and chased it with a very, very comfortable way. So yes, both the teams have gained a lot, and this was a proper dress rehearsal for both the teams before this T20 Women's World Cup, and hopefully you've enjoyed this broadcast. Multan City has been really happy. We have seen spectators coming in. Even today, we were not expecting much of a crowd being here in this blistering heat, but even then we saw so many families coming here and supporting the women game. So till the next time, Savira Pasha signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.